Today's cup of coffee comes from our own beloved Michael Yates, and I appreciate him. I think Yates has had just as many wanderings through life as I have, and I think it's wonderful that we've both arrived at the same conclusion. Anyhow, Yates writes, in 1986, I know the exact year as it was a year before my marriage breakdown, I was sitting at my art table doing a sketch. I had a pocket penknife that I use for sharpening pencils in its usual place before me. This was a cherished penknife that I'd had for many years. By accident, I knocked it off the table and it landed under or next to my chair. I heard the thud as it hit the carpet. After a few minutes, I bent down to pick it up, but it wasn't in sight, so thinking that it may have bounced under the table, I got down on all fours doing a search. It wasn't to be seen. I moved the chair and then the table, but no knife. It had just disappeared. And so it remained somewhere for the next 12 months until I moved house. Fast forward to 2014 and a frequent get-together with my daughter and granddaughter for a quiz and games evening where I now live. We were playing some sort of game involving string or yarn. Needing a knife to cut the string, I got up to get a pair of scissors. My granddaughter, who was then 11 years old, said, "It's okay, Granddad, I've got a knife." You guessed it, it was my old pocket knife. Asking where she found it, she told me she found it under the dining table at Granny's, my now ex-wife, some weeks before. In that 28-year period, the room must have undergone many changes and also various carpet replacements. I told her to keep it as I did not need it anymore. I'm still baffled as to what state of limbo it was in for all those years, why it disappeared, and why and how it suddenly decided to reappear. Well, Yates, I think it's one of those vortex things like our package that I had carried in and then a few hours later had been teleported back to the front porch and youngest kid had also carried it in. And yeah, that's one of those glitch in the matrix things where the black cat, walks past the same doorway 3 or 4 times. And it just wasn't yours, and it was to go to your grandchild, and when in doubt, blame aliens. If you've got some interesting story, paranormal, supernatural, I will. If you send me a Squatch story, I will make a video about it. Whatever you have, if something that interests you, area legends, things like that. If you just need somebody to talk to about something that's gone on in your world, send me an email at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And, I'm not in a position to judge anybody. Certainly I'm not going to make fun of anybody or their life experience. And I appreciate you all trusting me enough to share these events in your life with. So thank you, Yates. You're very, very loved. You all have a beautiful, blessed day.